I'm Reed, and this is Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania. Not too long ago, I completed this double neck SG style guitar from a kit from Solo Guitars, or Solo Music Instruments. I've done several videos on it, including a Final Thoughts video, but in that Final Thoughts video I said, this thing needs new strings. So, I put new strings on it. I've got a set of D'Addario XL 12 strings on the 12-string guitar, and a set of Ernie Ball Slinkies on the 6-string. I don't have a favorite brand of strings, but strings make an enormous difference. With the strings that came with the kit, I could not set this guitar up at all. It wouldn't intonate, it played horribly. With a new set of strings, it intonates better, it plays better. It still has a few issues. And those are just the type of issues you're going to run into with a less expensive kit. For instance, when I was trying to tune this guitar up prior to doing this video, the octave G string snapped. I haven't broken a string tuning in years, so that came as something of a shock. I knew it was binding at the nut, and the nut on this guitar really needs a lot of attention. So, just to repeat some of my previous thoughts, the wood is very good. Both necks are very, very good. The body was good. The fit of the neck pockets was great. I think if I were going to play this every day, I would shim this 12-string because it is down as low as I can lower this bridge, and the action is still very much too high. Now, some of that will be taken care of by filing down the nut, which I have not yet done. But some of it just needs a different angle on the neck, I think. But having done all of that, how does it sound? It sounds pretty good. Again, these are GFS lipstick humbuckers in the 12-string, and there's no volume or tone controls in this guitar setup. The volume and tone are both for the 6-string. So you're just left to adjust your volume balance with the pickup height, and I've tried to get that as best I can, but I think it sounds pretty good. Now, you may just notice there, I have trouble strumming this thing and not hitting the pickup selector. This is the pickup selector for the 12-string. So, a guitar like this definitely takes some getting used to. I've never played a 12-string before, and I find it remarkably difficult. Some of that has to do with the really high action on the guitar. It is not easy to fret. And the 6-string, it's alright, it's already out of tune. So, in addition to strings, filing the nut, I think this thing could benefit from better tuners. Some of that may go away once I get my nut files out and give this thing a little bit of love. Because right now all of the strings bind up, and that makes it really hard to get it to sound good or play well. And these are GFS P90 pickups, which again I think they sound very good. So I still think this is a pretty good guitar, but it's not a fantastic guitar. Now, it is inexpensive, especially for a double neck guitar. So it has that going for it. But one of the results of that lower price point is that it needs more work. Now, the worst things, which are the woodwork and the frets, they're fine. I didn't have to level the frets on this. It would not hurt to go through and round off the fret ends. They're just a little bit sharp, but not unplayably so. And it definitely needs to have the nut filed down. And if you don't want to do those types of additional tasks, I would not recommend getting a budget-priced kit. if you think you're just going to bolt the pieces of wood together and it's going to be, you know, a great playable electric guitar, that's not the way that works. But if you have the time and the energy and the know-how, then great. And I still say these types of kits are fantastic for learning how to do things on a guitar. I will say this, sorry. Intonated much better once I put some real strings on it. Now it's not perfect, but much better. Now I will say I do not have a favorite brand of strings. In doing my guitar projects, I've used every brand of string I can get my hands on. Of course, D'Addario and Ernie Ball, but also GHS, DR, SIT, Elixir, Dunlop, Fender, Gibson, Roto Sound, maybe one or two others, and they're all good. So some people are string brand loyalists. You know, I don't get my strings for free. I pay retail for all of them, so I get whatever is easily available, and they're all good. I do love the colored ball ends that D'Addario supplies, so they've got that going for them. On the 12 string, that was invaluable. But on the 6 string, the all brass ball ends were just fine. So there you go. If you decide to get this kit, it would definitely benefit from better tuners. It needs attention in various areas, and you absolutely need better strings than the ones that come with the kit. I'm still not convinced that they actually supplied a set of 12-string strings with the kit. They did not feel anything like these D'Addarios that I've got on it now. But again, they were, you know, 12 unmarked strings. That could have been user error. Always willing to say it might have been my fault. So if you were waiting to find out how it went with new strings, well, much better. Still has a few issues. I'll get around to taking care of those one of these days. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I've been Reed. This has been Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania.